So, anger, resentment, balance, especially towards loved ones, close family and friends. Let's just shimmy the energy to start with. Wake it up. Just move it through. Just feel all your cells in your body. I'm going to do it 3 times. Feel those trillions of cells in your body waking up, being alert, paying attention. So Dagga Hakea is the flower essence, the Australian bush flower essence to do with resentment and anger. So I'm going to stack in the affirmation and then we'll do the work associated with it. So run that central meridian anti-clockwise over the heart, emotional stress release points. Okay, here we go. I take responsibility for my attitudes and now choose to kindly, gently, lovingly and supportively transmute my resentment and my bitterness towards close friends, family and lovers into all-encompassing love. I make the commitment to kindly, gently, lovingly and supportively express my feelings openly and forgive others as a means of healing myself. I take responsibility for my attitudes and now choose to kindly, gently, lovingly and supportively transcend my resentment and my bitterness towards close friends, family and lovers into all-encompassing love. I make the commitment to kindly, gently, lovingly and supportively express my feelings openly and forgive others as a means of healing myself. I take responsibility for my attitudes and now choose to kindly, gently, lovingly and supportively dissolve my resentment and my bitterness towards close family, friends and lovers into all-encompassing love. I make the commitment to kindly, gently, lovingly and supportively express my feelings openly and forgive others as a means of healing myself. Right, so with the amygdala there's some rage, anger, frustration. And we need the tuning forks. Is that messing with our... Okay, so it's actually messing with the throat chakra. So the throat chakra is about speaking our truths. And sometimes our truth is hurtful. So it's also about having that spiritual connection, understanding connectedness to the world to know when and how to speak our truth so that we can live with love and peace in the world. We don't want to be that sort of triggering person who makes people angry and frustrated. And we know that people can't hear when their ears are closed. Sometimes there's no point saying it. What do I need? So I need the tuning forks, liver and gallbladder. So let's go. I'll run it again in relation to dissolve. I take responsibility for my attitudes and now choose to kindly, gently, lovingly and supportively dissolve my resentment and my bitterness towards close family, friends and lovers into all-encompassing love. I make the commitment to kindly, gently, lovingly and supportively express my feelings openly and forgive others as a means of healing myself. So there's somewhere in the brain that needs a little bit of help. Okay, so the first one, when we're having issues and feeling resentful, It can shut down our feel-good hormones, shut down our oxytocin, our dopamine, our serotonin. And when you're feeling resentful, it's hard to hug, it's hard to connect. And I know I'm having this problem with people in my own world at the moment, so I know exactly what it's about. But when we're hugging and connecting, we're actually releasing those feel-good hormones. So I release oxytocin, serotonin, and dopamine in relation to my loved ones. I release oxytocin, serotonin, and dopamine in relation to my loved ones. I release oxytocin, serotonin, and dopamine in relation to those I choose to be in my life. Okay, so there's a pain punishment circuit in there. So let's have a squeeze. Okay, so there's a fear of moving forward. So there's a nostalgia from the past when things were easier, when this resentment hadn't built up. And that nostalgia from the past can make us feel depressed and anxious and stressed about moving forward with the future in this new crazy dynamic that's been inserted into our lives. It's been put into our lives, and it's created a crazy, it's almost like an alien being has come on in and changed our cells so that we're constantly frightened and angry and resentful about anyone who doesn't agree with us. So let's just transcend fear of moving forward. So this one then is going to be lung and large intestine energy. So they're about grief, guilt, regret. So grief from the past, grief from the nostalgia of the past, grief of the inability to move forwards. So let's have a squeeze. Okay, so I take responsibility for my attitudes and now choose to kindly, gently, lovingly, and supportively transcend my fear of moving forwards and my sadness into all-encompassing love. I make the commitment to kindly, gently, lovingly, and supportively access strength and stability to move ahead in life with joy. I love that. I make the commitment to kindly, gently, lovingly, and supportively access strength and stability to move ahead in life with joy. Back to the amygdala. No, that's okay. Let's go conscious brain pathways. So with that, there's some despondency. So frontal cortex energy, inability to see the future, inability to see moving forward with everything going on at the moment. So as a world, we need millions of us to be able to see moving forward with peace and vitality and love and energy. It's always the loud few who make their way forward. The compliant majority aren't going to help us create the world we want moving forwards. So my dopamine increases so that I feel vibrant and alive. My serotonin is increasing so that I feel vital and sleep well and wake up feeling refreshed. The love I have for my fellow human increases my oxytocin daily and allows me to love freely and easily. Okay, just check for another pathway. Reticular activating system. Okay, so let's go in. have. Right, so noradrenaline, that's the assumption of long-term stress. Yeah, so the assumption of long-term stress increasing our vigilance, so our nervous system is constantly on edge, waiting for the next thing to go wrong. I don't know whether you remember, but here in Australia in 2019, all around the world, but here in Australia we had floods, we had fires, we just had this massive 2019, and I saw a meme about 2019, 2020, 2021, and it was sort of joking about 2022, don't you dare rear your head. Oh dear, but we have to be able to look forward to the future with love and light and fun in our hearts. How can we move forward, not having goals and intentions and dreams, building in our little selves. Okay, so just a couple of drops of Dagger Hakea to finish off. So that's the one about releasing the resentment and bitterness towards close family, friends and lovers. Okay, beautiful people. Hope you have a spectacular day. Sleep well, dream beautifully. Love you all. Have a good one.